Well, good evening, and thank you everyone for coming along to this wonderful presentation of the Tartan Army Sunshine Appeal, presenting £5,000 or the equivalent in Serbian currency to Evo Ruka. I think I pronounced that right, Anna. Hopefully I pronounced it right. It is good. It's great to see a fantastic attendance from Belgrade here. We've got the Belgrade Press, we'll have representatives from the charity, and we'll also have representatives from the UK Embassy in the city as well. My name's Neil Forbes, and I'm the chairman of the Tartan Army Sunshine Appeal, and can I introduce others in my steering group who are on the call today. We'll have Paul Smith. Will you give us a wave, Paul? Paul is the vice chairman of the Sunshine Appeal. Clark Gillis. Give us a wave, Clark. Clark is the secretary. And we have Michael Ross, Mickey Ross on the screen, who is a financial officer, deals with all things financial. And we have Alistair Dunlop, who is a steering group member and joined us a couple of years ago and doing a lot of good work with us just now. So tell me a lot about the Sunshine Appeal. We are based here in Scotland, as you know, and every time Scotland play an international football match, we donate now £5,000 to, we believe, a well-deserving children's charity in the city at Scotland plays an international football match. And Clark Gillis, our secretary, has done a lot of work with the UK Embassy and actually identified yourselves as a very worthwhile charity to be recipients for £5,000 this year. And Anna, I'll ask you in a couple of minutes to tell us a bit about your charity, and particularly what you intend to do with the donation money we've actually given you. But this is our 78th consecutive donation. The Sunshine Appeal started in 2003, and very close neighbours of you in Bosnia. It was founded there in 1999 with a young lad, Kimo Karic, who was seriously injured and with a landmine, and his mother died. Over the following 3 or 4 years to 2003, the Tartan Army done bits and pieces in Bosnia to help Kimo. But in 2003, we decided when it went to Lithuania, we played a football match in Vilnius, that we would actually form a proper charity. And it was then called the Sunshine Appeal, because what the Scotland supporters wanted to do when they travel abroad is bring a little bit of sunshine into children's life whenever we're in the city. And we'd like to think 78 donations later, we're still doing that. Unfortunately, the kids don't get to see the Tartan Army in full voice, which is quite a sight. Those of you who may remember in Belgrade, Novi Sad in 2003. But it's an absolute pleasure to be here this evening, Anna, and give yourselves the money. It's unfortunate we can't be over there. Normally we'd spend an hour in your house, not your house, but the charity's house, learn a bit about the donation there. And it's always great for us to meet the children. Our guys turn up in kilts. They've never seen anything like that before. Normally we have a piper playing the bagpipes, and we have a great time with them. But unfortunately with COVID, it's beaten us getting over there. But as I've always said, COVID will never beat the Tartan Army Sunshine Appeal. We will endeavour to make our donations wherever Scotland are still playing an international football match, and we are doing so this evening. So it's an absolute great honour on behalf of all the steering group here this evening to donate the £5,000 to your charity. And I can just ask you to give ourselves and our supporters who will see this in due course a little bit about the charity and what you intend to do with the donation. Anna.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm so pleased and so also honored to be the one to get your attention and kindful donation. We are the charity for the helping children and parents of children with disability in Serbia. Actually, we are doing it in Belgrade. We are doing it since 2011, and now it is almost 10 years that we are doing. We are a bit innovative for the Serbia. We are organizing programs for children with different disabilities, and we have parents whose children are different age. So we are not for the autism, for the cancer, for this or that. We are for all parents, for all families who are taking care of their children, their sick children in this moment. In that case, we have this house in the suburbia of Belgrade. It is called Zemun Polje. It is very small suburb, but it is good that we are helping children around that are not in the center, and we are organizing daily care center and all that is missing from the system our system is lacking. It is not so, I mean, it is not so nice to our children. Actually, you know, we always think that our children deserve better. I am also a mother. My son is 17 years old, and now I'm in Spain, Barcelona, because he is waiting for the big spine surgery. So that is one point, because COVID, it is very hard for everybody to work well, from that point of view, as a mother, I am involved and I know what are the problems of these children and these families. Organization Evo Ruka, it is association. We also have, we started an inclusive center, and now the aim is to collect or to gather, I mean, amount of money to buy the house and to perform it, like to be the shelter for these children and these families in the future. We also organize youth camps to bring youth from abroad who are coming and helping us to do our programs also. And it is a good program also because it is also innovative. We make a synergy between 2 or 3 groups of people who are vulnerable and make them help each other and make them help themselves. That is the main thing that we are doing. We also preparing food for the children and families, but for the sales also, and that is the way how we collect money also, because we are a social entrepreneurship. So we have few pillars that we are trying to, you know, to establish a strong organization, but we are going slow. It is not slowly, but, you know, safely, you know, and to be secure every step by step, day by day, it is better and better. So that is what are we doing. We have many parents. We were exclusively parenting organizations. That means that no professionals are involved, only parents. Now we are starting to involve more professionals to help us to, you know, so we can do more and go far further, you know, with the support of our children. And with this donation that you are giving to us, we will start a new, to say, campaign, and we will say that this will be a seed money for our house. So it is a big thing for us, and I hope that we will manage it in future. And in next year, actually, you came in the right moment. I don't know how, but that's happened. Always, the good always happens at the right moment. Thank you.
Well, that's great, thanks, Sarah. I had a look at what I suspect to be your mission statement about social activism and social inclusion for disabled kids, and I think it's fantastic. And we like to try and help small organisations where our donation will make a big difference to it. So hopefully it does. And can I ask you, once you've spent the money in the next 2 or 3 weeks, months ahead, could you come back to us and just tell us what actually happened? Show us some photographs and we'll put them on our website. It's great for our followers to see exactly where their hard-earned donations go to. So thank you very much for that, Anna. Certainly a very worthwhile charity, and you do some fantastic work in Belgrade, and congratulations to everyone involved in the charity.
Thank you.
Someone from the embassy want to say a few words? Suzanne?
Thank you, Neil. Just very briefly, yeah, 2020, very, very difficult year, very challenging for a lot of people. COVID has spoiled a lot of things. From my perspective, I always enjoy having Tartan Army around, and it's a real shame that it wasn't possible this time around. I know that some people who've been following Scotland away for 20 years were unable to come to Belgrade, and it's a real shame. However, I do feel that with this particular donation, the Sunshine Appeal has actually made this a very special moment, not just for kids who are and parents in Evo Ruka, but more widely. We got to know this particular organization better during the lockdown in Serbia in April and May, and they benefited from a very small UKA donation. We were I mean, speaking on behalf of colleagues, and Milica here can confirm, we were very impressed with the work they're doing, with commitment of volunteers, with fantastic social entrepreneur elements of their work. They're producing some fantastic juices, but also Ivar, which is a homemade pepper spread. So I can only say that I'm looking forward to next year, and hopefully another Serbia-Scotland game, and hoping to see you guys sort of coming over again and maybe sampling some of the fine Ivar they're producing in Zemun Polje. So many thanks again, and all the best. I know that it means a lot, not just to the kids and the parents, but also for the wider community. And I've already started to pick up sort of comments and feedback on social media. I know that people are very, very impressed with the Tartan Army sort of carrying on with the plan despite of all the COVID troubles and challenges. Many thanks.
No, thank you, Dusan, for your kind words there. And yes, the last time I was there, I certainly had a few good nights on the homemade grappa in some of the bars there. And Anna, I think if Scotland ever draws Serbia again, and we're back in Belgrade, we would be delighted to come along and make up the lost ground that we've had this evening. And
don't worry, we will find a way, even if you don't, that there will be the way for sure. But the COVID is a problem for everybody now. When we finish the COVID, everything will be different. Yeah, it would be good. If we're back again, we'll certainly pay you a visit. For sure.
And look for some nice hospitality and see how your house is getting on. Any guys from the steering group, any questions for Anna? Any of the other members of the organisation, just to establish a bit more? No?
No.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just to say thank you. Just to say thank you. I'm here. Yeah.
Thanks, Maria. Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure for us. We're very fortunate here in Scotland. All of us on the call here have travelled many times following Scotland. My first away game was actually in 1977, so that's given a wee bit away of my age. So I've been following Scotland for many years, and we have great times. We're very well received wherever we travel. In particular, last time we were in Serbia, we were very well looked after, and it's a pleasure. So yeah, absolutely great. It's a pleasure to give you the money. Anna, as I say, just reiterate, if you can keep us involved in the loop and let us know how things go in the near future, and with the charity, all the very best in the future, and hope you're successful, because you're doing some fantastic work there in Belgrade for some deserving children. Well done, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.